everyone, I'm Kayla.
And I'm Lauren.
And this is Stitching with My Littlie Flosstube number 19. So, hi, if you're new, welcome. This is a channel all about cross stitch. Sometimes we throw in a couple of other crafty things from time to time, but mainly it is about cross stitch. Yeah. And if you are returning, welcome back. Thank you for joining us and spending some time with us. This is our first actual Flosstube of the year. We did our whip parades, but this is our first normal Flosstube of the year. So whatever normal is for us, any of our long-term viewers will know.
Yeah.
Nothing is normal about our videos. I want to just say a quick thank you to everybody who reached out and chatted about our whip parades and things. And also I just want to make a quick note of a couple of people commented about how I didn't seem like I was happy on that video. I looked a bit stressed and overwhelmed about the amount of projects I had. And yeah, I'm not really. I understand where you're coming from, and to be fair, our son, well, not our son, here we go, we're off already. My son, my eldest son, came home from work unexpectedly while we were filming.
And he doesn't know we do Flosstube.
Yeah, he doesn't know that we film Flosstube. So it put me off a little bit, but I had to do it because I was due back at work the next day. So it was either we do it then or we don't do it at all. So I sort of, I think, was trying to rush it along a little bit. And yeah, I'm not overwhelmed by the amount of projects I've got, to be honest. I'm not, but I think I was just a bit sad that I hadn't worked on some of them for so long. But that's not an issue. They're going to be there when I'm ready for them. They're not going anywhere. So I'm fine. And actually, I love all my projects. There's not one of them that I don't like stitching on anymore or wanted to get rid of. So I'm happy with where I am and I'm working on them and everything is good. So yeah, I'm sorry about that. And if I could do it again, I would have done it again a little bit better. But that was where it was going and that was where the time was at. So onwards and upwards, 40 whips is perfectly fine for me. And yeah, we're going to get going with today's Flosstube. So, new starts. You got any new starts?
Well, I have, but it's like a new start and a finish, so I'm not classing it as a new start because it's finished.
Well, I've got one new start, and then I've got a new start and a finish. So if we do the one new start, first of all, I'm going to show you my book of days. So I got the new 2024 book of days. I really enjoyed last year's. It's the first time I had it last year, and I really enjoyed it. So I've got it for Christmas this year, and I sticked it out a little bit. And this is where I am. So far, I think, other than 3, 4...
Wait, don't show the chart on the back.
Sorry. I'm so not used to it, am I? 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I've not stitched 4 days this month, but the rest of them. So where you can see where I've highlighted, they're either new starts or finishes. So that's my book of days. So I'll show you my first new start. So this was a chart that was gifted to me by, I think it's called Povitrulya. I believe it's a Ukrainian company.
But the bin men's here now, so if you hear any bashing, that's
okay. Yeah, it's the recycling bins today. So there's going to be crashing and banging and for a few minutes, so I'm really sorry, but I'll carry on anyway. So yeah, they reached out to me to see if I wanted to have one of their charts to stitch, and this was one I chose. This was back end of last year, and I've just got round to stitching it. So this was the one I chose. So it was Be Kind, and this is where I've got up to with that one. So I've done the outline well, I've done the whole bee. I don't know if you can see the wings because they're in like a cream, but all of that is back stitched. So I will do that at the end probably, or I might do the bee before. There's a bit of back stitch, but not a huge amount.
Is it back stitch in the border?
No, that's a different kind of edging to it. But there's back stitch all around the words and the honeycombs, which isn't a massive issue to me. But yeah, this kit comes with everything that you need. Really good instructions for simple. It's beginners. So this will be a bookmark. So there's two. There's the front aider and then the back aider, which is a clear one. Or I suppose if you wanted to, you could stitch something else on the back of it if you'd got anything. And it comes with all the threads and everything, and it's on a 16 count fabric aider.
Or you could do it double-sided.
You could if you wanted to do it again on the back. You just would have to get your own threads because there's only going to be enough threads for the one. But yeah, that was my new start, my first new start. So okay, do you want to do your start and finish? Because I've only got a start and finish, so if you want to do that.
So none of you's actually seen this because it's start and finish, but I can't actually show you what it looks like because I got it from Pinterest.
Just hold it back a bit. It's just a.
I mean, I have got it.
Yeah, it's just a paw print. So we did that, and then she wanted a name of.
Yeah. So I'm doing this for my friend. She goes to the same riding school as me. So pony she rides is called Tash, and then she has a dog called Kobe. So I decided to.
Do that one.
Yeah. I decided to do this. So it's just a paw print from Pinterest, and
I knew that was going to go out.
I don't know the thread, but it's just a grey thread, and it's stitched on 14 count heart aider, and that is a blue variegated thread that we got gifted. We showed that in our.
That's the name of your friend's dog. So we charted that, or I charted that. Tried to. Not very good at charting things, but she wanted.
But it did turn out well.
So it's nice. So you're gonna make these into pillows, aren't you?
Yeah.
So you did that one, which is her dog, her friend's dog that you go to horse riding with, and then.
And this is the pony she rides. It's not her pony, but it's just the pony she rides.
So this is. So we did that one as well. So you got the horse.
The horseshoe from Pinterest.
The horseshoe from off of Pinterest.
Now, I did do this in... Because her favourite colours are pastel, so I did do this in a variegated pastel, but you couldn't really see it on the Rustico, because that's 14 count Rustico, so I did it in a different variegated that I got gifted. So it's just kind of navy, but it had loads of different colours, but the word wasn't long enough to add in the different... Like, it didn't show up the different colours, basically.
No. So we had to do what we had to do.
Yeah, because I wasn't ripping out again.
No. So, and you are making these into, or we will be making these into pillows. Yeah?
Yeah, let me show you the thread. So, first I did it in the pastel, but it didn't show, so then I did it in this colour, but it just turned up with the navy one, which is fine, because it still looks good.
And what are the other ones that you used?
That's the blue for
so that's what you used for the dog one.
Yeah, which did
the writing.
turn out good.
And then you've got the darker thread. So which one's the darkest one?
So this one's for the paw print.
So which one's that? DMC?
413.
So that was what she used on the paw print colour.
Because I didn't want to do 310 because it would be really see-through, and I wanted something different.
And what did you use on that one? What was that one?
DMC 317.
So that was the one she used on the horseshoe.
So that was them. So I was pretty impressed with them. I got them done in like 2 working nights, maybe.
Yeah, it wasn't long, was it?
No, very easy actually.
And then we've done them for the same for you, not a dog one.
Well, I have.
You've done a dog one, but it's for the dog that she walks.
Yeah.
Goes walking with. That's for you
That
as well.
one's going to be bigger though because that one's Sasha, so Sasha's obviously bigger than Kobe.
Yeah. And then your horse that you ride is Toby.
So
she's going to move on to that one next. So that was a fun little one.
Finish,
yeah, fun little new start. So the one that I started and finished, because I don't obviously need any new starts, but this was a little one. So,
and it was a finish.
And I don't care anymore either. So it's in the packaging, but this was a gift, which I received for like a Christmas present that we received from one of our viewers. She gave us 2 charts. You would have seen it in, was it in Lauren's whip parade. So number 17. If you go back, we did a little bit of what we got for Christmas and stuff like that, and then Lauren's whip parade. So this chart was one of the charts that was donated to us. So everything was in the kit, and anybody that's been here long term knows I love Winnie the Pooh. I've got my jumper on again.
Yeah, it actually matches.
I think I had this jumper on in the last video.
I think, but
I do actually wear other clothes. I don't. But it's cold and it's wintry and it makes me feel good.
And it's not the same day either.
And I've not been great this last week, which I'll explain after. But
I wonder if I wore this in one of the...
Probably.
I'm sure I did.
We do have other clothes.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're going to get back to this. So this was all included in the kit. So it's 14 count white Ada and all of the threads, which actually there was more than enough of the threads to finish the chart. So I did that one, and then all the back stitch, which if you're on my Instagram page, I haven't shown it finished, but I did show it when I started it, which was on National Winnie the Pooh Day.
Yeah.
Which was on, let me just check the 18th. So the 18th of January is National Winnie the Pooh Day, so this is why I started this, because I do have some bigger projects.
This actually matches your jumper.
Yeah.
Just different colours in the scarf.
I've got different colours in the scarf. But yeah, I love Winnie the Pooh, so I started this one and I actually finished that yesterday. So that was two days, but it's not full days because I just count. However, I could do half an hour or I could do 4 hours and I still count it as a day. So it's not like I don't stitch for the full day, but so yeah, that's what so I'm going to finish that, I think, because this around the backside, around the outside is an actual frame of it. So you take this out and there's like a frame. So I think I might use the frame because I still like it. It says, it's actually this side. So it's that one. So you take this part out and that's sort of like the frame of it, which I quite like. It says nothing warms the heart like friendship. So I think I'm going to use that and frame it in a frame as well as like a bit of a mount board. But I'll see. I'll show you when I actually finish it, whether I actually have done it like that, whether I like it like that in the end. But that's what my plan is, to still use it because I like it. And it's not got a huge border on it, like to make it a pillow or anything like that. So I think I might do it like that. So that's our starts and finishes.
I have got one more finish.
Yeah, that's our new starts then. That's what, so you've got a finish, yeah? Okay, do you want to show your finishes? Because I only have whips now.
Yeah, so you might know by this bag what it is. And if you are a returning viewer, but this is the Prairie Schooler 2x2.
Number 2. So it's the 2x2 series and it's number 2. And that's from book number 72?
Yeah.
Yeah, so from book number 72 of the Prairie Schooler. So there's...
So I've done the ostrich. I've done pretty much... Well, I've done quite a lot of these actually.
Yeah, you haven't done... You said you haven't done the tiger, the lion...
The monkeys.
The monkeys and then the deer.
Yeah.
Or...
So,
I think they're deer.
saw in Michelle McGraw's whip parade. I don't know what part it was.
Yeah, she's done 3 parts, hasn't she?
But she was doing these. So, yeah, that was nice to see. So this is my finish, and this is the ostriches.
That white bit is actually that bit
that
looks like there's nothing is white.
Yeah. So I had to do this ostrich and then it was a finish, so I did that. And I like how they are not the same colours, like they're different, so that's good. I think I'm going to do the lions next because I love lions' manes and stuff.
I was going to ask you that, which one you thought? Lion.
So this is stitched on 14 count cream. I don't like this fabric at all.
No, but somebody said to us, I think it was in your whip parade again, somebody did say try washing it before she uses it to see, because you've got some, they were all done on this kind of colour, because she's trying to do all of them, and like, they're into pillows, aren't they, for your dough bowl. So I thought maybe before we do it, I'll get the fabric in the wash or just in the sink with some, and just see if I can, because although you use a hoop, it's still hard on.
It's still, and it makes my thumb really hurt. So if I'm stitching this, I can only stitch this. I usually stitch like 2 projects maybe a night, but I can only stitch on this like 1 thing a night if I stitch on this. So
that's your finish.
Yep. So that's my actually like only actual finish, not start and a finish. So
okay.
That's mine. Yep.
And I don't have any finishes, and we don't have any fully finished objects this time.
No.
So we've just got whips, and I don't have an awful lot of whips because I've actually been stitching quite monogamously on one project.
But also, the other night, she didn't know what to stitch, did you? So what I did was I like chose one from out of this.
Yeah, she came downstairs and she said, I'll choose 2 options and you pick. And she,
you'll see which one I chose.
Yeah, she brought up probably one of the worst ones. Not worst as in the one that I don't like, but the worst ones for just, because like I've had an issue with my back, which I'll talk about briefly afterwards, but it couldn't have been a harder one for me while I'm trying to sit upright. But anyway, I'm waffling again.
We're rambling.
So the first one that I stitched is my Mary Poppins.
This is our whips now, by the way.
Yes, so works in progress if anybody is new.
Yeah.
So this one is by the Little Stitcher, and the only thing I've got left to do is, well, the only thing is still quite a bit, but not a huge amount, is the rest of Big Ben and the wording at the bottom, and a thin can happens. So I pulled this one out because I realised that I've actually got quite a few projects in my whip parade that are not too far off being finished. So I should get a few of them done this year. I'm hoping to. So this is where I have got to. I'm just going to pull up my book because I've got some statistics. This one's in Pattern Keeper. So this one I put in 454 stitches on, and that was primarily in that block there of Big Ben. So this is stitched on 14 count Ada, which I dyed myself. So it's just, and the needle minder is, don't look at my back, although it's probably not that bad, but the needle minder is a Mary Poppins one that I got, which was probably from Carol's Needle Minders, I think.
Yeah, we got a lot.
Which is down in my description box, always down in the description box below. So that is my first whip. And that is using as well, in case I forgot to say, the DMC colours.
Yeah.
That one is. Oh, somebody else asked me, before I forget, in my whip parade, because I talk a lot about CXC threads. Somebody asked me what they actually were, because I don't think she knew about them in America, I think. They are basically, they are a Chinese thread from what I can understand. They're a thread made in China. But they are the same colours to DMC, and
they just got a better
I don't know. Yeah, I can't remember what they're actually made from. I'm sure somebody there's a couple of people, I think Tan, the monogamous cross stitcher, used to sell them. I don't know if she still does. Talking Dog Stitcher, she sells them. There's a few people who could probably explain to you a lot better than I do. All I know is they are a lot cheaper to get over here. Like our DMC in the UK at the moment, unless you can get them online, but that from actual shops or like
separately,
they're anything up to £1.50 over here.
Some of them
which
are
has
£2.
gone up dramatically. So to kit up projects, and especially for the two of us, it is a lot. Whereas we can get the full set of DMC equivalents, so the CXC threads, for under £50, like about £45. That bag that I showed you in Flosstube 17, which was a Christmas present, was from Cross and Craft, so it was the whole of the threads were about £45, I think, and then I added some more. So because CXC don't do 1 to 35, I think it is, of the DMC colours, but I got another alternative, which are, I think they're rose ones or something. So for the two of us to kit up our projects, it's a lot cheaper. I do believe I've heard people in some of the American Flosstubers that I watch use something called AliExpress, I think, to get their threads from. Now, I know these sites and these
don't look genuine.
Well, yeah, but they're not for everybody. Not everybody likes what they represent, what they stand for, but it's not up to me to judge what anybody does or doesn't do, but this is what I do. I get them because it's cheaper for us, and I actually prefer them. The coverage of them, DMC, and they don't twist as much, but that's just me. Everybody has their own thing. Some people prefer DMC, and that is absolutely fine. But that was just answering a question that I got on the last Flosstube. That is what we've started using more of. So, do you want to go with your first whip?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, this is My Happy Hedgeween by azfamilyzoo. Just getting the cover photo out. So this is what it looks like. And they're really cute hedgehogs.
Yeah. So this one comes with, it's thingy charted for classic colourworks, but Alison has put out the DMC alternatives, which is what...
That's what I've done. So let me just get off my needle minder because it's massive. So I worked on this last night, I think. I don't actually know where I got up to be fair, because I've worked on it twice since I last showed this, so I don't know.
As usual, when I find it, you will see.
Picture.
I always put the previous pictures if I can find them up.
So I do think I've done the back stitch and the writing since then.
Yeah, I think you've done the back stitch on the hedgehog, so you might need to go a little bit closer in so they can see the spikes on it.
I also did the back stitch by myself because I've learnt now, and I didn't find it that difficult actually. So then last night I did the two bats. So basically this bat I made a mistake because I put it up there because I just read the chart wrong basically, because they're both H's, so I got a bit confused. So I had to rip that all out, and you can kind of see the black mark there. So I had to rip it all out, and then so I did this one and then went on to that one. And then I did the green border as well last night. Well, some of it. Not all of it. Stitched on 14 count unknown, but it's like a grey / blue. Don't really know.
Yeah, it looks grey.
Yeah, and I use all the called for DMC threads. So that's what it looks like. I still really like it. Like,
very cute.
Yeah.
Very cute.
That's where
so Lauren has done a couple of things with backstitch on now. So we're getting there, basic backstitch ones, but she's getting there. So, and it's not as bad as what she thought it was.
It's not as bad as I thought. I mean, I haven't really got to big project. If I did a bothy threads on, I think I might. Yeah,
some of them go over quite a few. They're more longer stitches, so that's a different thing. But obviously, she stepped into the world of backstitch, people.
It was about time.
It was about time. So sometimes I get let off the hook, so she can actually do it now. So, okay, so this next project is the project that Lauren brought downstairs for me, upstairs for me, which is where I've spent most of my week, to be honest. So this is the one she brought down.
Well, I also brung Christmas Tiny Town, but you chose to do this one.
Yeah, I did, because I could have worked on my Christmas Tiny Town, because I'm really close to a finish on that. I've got one more cottage left and then the back stitch on it. But I've just been a bit Christmased out, apart from my one big project that I'm doing. But other than that, I did November and December, all my Christmas projects, so I just wanted to stitch on something a little bit different for the next couple of months, and then I'll probably be back into Halloween and Christmas because they're my favourite
Christmas
months.
in July.
Yeah. So this is an African sunset. So this is an anchor kit, and it is a full coverage. And I think it is on. It's all done with anchor threads, and I was just trying to see what the fabric was on. I think it's. So let me see if I can just get this out. Sorry. No, I don't think it says. I don't think it's 14 count. I think it might be 16 but everything came in the kit anyway. You won't see a lot of progress because I only put in about 150 stitches because I was struggling a little bit. But this is where I got to. So it's not going to be a small project, and it's going to be a long-term project, but I do love it. I love African safari animals, and I got that kit from Hobbycraft in the UK when they were doing a sale probably 18 months or so ago.
That's the giraffe's leg.
Yeah, I start off in the middle, so I'm a centre starter. So this is the giraffe's leg. So I'll put a picture up of where I was before, but as you'll see, not a lot of progress has been made. It literally is just filling in some of those stitches in the giraffe's leg.
Is it on 14 count?
No, I don't think so. I think it's on 16. Or it might be...
Maybe even 18.
I'm not sure. It does say 18 here.
It looks very small.
I think it might be an 80, which is why I might be struggling a little bit more than... Because I stitch a lot more on 16 count. I'm not struggling, but I was just... Probably wasn't in the right mindset to be doing this, to be honest. However, I love it. I do love it. And it was fun, actually, Lauren bringing up a couple of projects, because it was a bit like spinning a wheel, but just Lauren just like, is this one?
And I didn't actually even look which one
No, she just picked up two out of my box. So that was interesting. So that was my other project. Okay?
Yeah.
You can go again.
So this one is like, I think it's like Flosstube's favourite one, I swear, because everyone loves it. So, let me find the cover. None of them. This one, I think. Here we go. So this is the Merry Christmas sampler from DMC.
Which you said before is a free chart on their website.
Freebie.
So if you go... They've actually got pages and pages and pages and pages of free charts on there.
And you'll also see the one that you did on there, which is like a grey one. So, I did loads on this actually since last time.
Yeah, which I'll put a picture up again of what it looked like before.
So I got the A and the B, and I actually got the N, I think, as well. And then I went down and did the whole of the border. Because I just really like this actually, and yeah, it's on 14 count cream, which this is a lot better, or ivory, I don't know. This is a lot better than the Prairie Schooler one, but that is where it's up to.
I think the ones for the Prairie Schooler we've got in like little packets though. I think they might be, are they Trimmets or something? The brand Trimmets, I think, are in little packets. So that's probably why they're like they are. Yeah,
and let me find the threads that I'm using, because I always just say it's 2 red threads, but don't look at the state of them. So the lighter colour in all the writing and the snowflake is 321.
DMC.
Yeah.
Yeah, DMC 321.
And then this is just a clump because it's come out the thing, but I don't know if I
Look at this. Look at this.
No. I don't know. I don't even have the thing.
It's not on a bobbin or a floss job. I think you do.
No, I don't. I just looked in my bag. I don't.
No, she's probably thrown it away.
So
she should have thrown it away in disgust.
But it's like a burgundy dark red, basically, and that's just... It's literally just the reindeers. No other colours in it. So that is mine. definitely going to get this finished this year. And I'm going to tell you all my plans in life.
Well, after we've done this, we've got some plans.
So,
Okay, so this is what I've been working on monogamously. In my whip parade, in my whip parade, this is my oldest project, and this is what I wanted to get finished because I want it up for next year, and I love it. I love this project, and they've got so many more of them designs that I want to do, and I have got in my stash. So this is my House of Christmas, and when I'll put a picture up of the last time you guys saw it. I am so close to a finish.
Yeah.
I've got just under 2,000 stitches left to do, so that is so close. But this is by, so it's called House of Christmas by Galliana Cross Stitch Designs. She no longer has the charts and things anymore. She no longer designs. So these you can now purchase either in PDF form or kit form from a German company called Historische Stickmuster. So if you go onto their website, you can actually see all of Galliana Cross Stitch Designs on there. All of her designs were done like this, so and you could kit it up and use whatever threads you wanted to use. So I have worked on this since the last time that you saw us, which was the 8th of January. I have worked on this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 days. So 9 out of 14 or 15 days I've worked on it, and 4 of those I didn't work on anything at all. So I was trying to average about 500 stitches every time I've worked on it. Sometimes it's been just over, sometimes just under. So this is where I'm at. Dun, dun, dun. So I might hold it up that side.
Yeah.
Could
It just reminds me of Kringles, and I don't know why.
Yeah, it's nothing like Kringles.
I know, but it just
So I am right down here at the bottom. So I've got the rest of those 2 windows to do, the outside bit of wall and the brickwork at the bottom, which is like leaves. So this is done on 14 count white Ada, and it is with DMC 115, so the variegated red. So this is where I'm at. Hopefully the next time I see you, it will be a fully, or not fully finished.
just a finish.
It'll be a finish. This one's going to be framed, so
It's going to need a big frame. It's going to need a big place to go.
So yeah, that is what I've been stitching on. It's just been really nice to work on that one. It's in Pattern Keeper, so it's an easy stitch for me to just work on and get done. So yeah, I've got just under 2,000 stitches on that, so hopefully the next time we see you, that will be done. So
I've got one more whip.
Oh, there you go. Lauren's got another whip. I was taking her thunder.
So I saw this under. Oh my gosh! One. Oh my god!
You've got a frog in your throat. Rippet's come to see you. Frog it, or whatever you called it.
Rip it.
Frog it.
So showed this on my whip parade. I thought, I don't know why I haven't worked on it because I really like it.
That's what whip parades do to you.
Yeah. So it's Penny's Potions by the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery.
Yep.
This is quite an old whip actually. So this is where I am. And that border's really frustrating me because I think I wasn't the best at doing stitches, so it's kind of like puffed up.
I think you might have come out of the
It looks really like, oof, gosh. Anyways, so
I think you've come out of the hole, come down a little bit.
I don't know if I can bother to rip all of that out though.
We'll see what she decides next time. Whether she can deal with it or not.
So I think I just did her head actually, but this is the first time I tried backstitch. I don't know if you can see, but around the eyes and the mouth, and then also in the little frog, the mouth.
So this one's on 14 count
Tea and coffee.
coffee.
Dye.
And the needle minder, you got probably, it looks like
Carol,
Carol's needle minders as well.
So yeah, I think I've just done her, to be fair, but that's just her head, because I didn't really want to do the border, because I get quite bored of borders. I don't really like.
Bored of borders.
Yeah, bored of borders. Yeah. I don't really like them, basically. So.
Use the called for. Did you say use the called for?
No, I didn't say that, but yeah, I did. So there we go.
Okay. So they are all our whips. Laura, I think you're just going to show. Lauren's got some. So Lauren does a creative needle arts lesson, which she's shown on here a few times, the different projects she's been doing. And the last time, so when she came back from the Christmas break.
Yeah, and we actually didn't have one on Monday because she was ill.
Yeah, so they're online lessons for Lauren. So it was weaving. So Lauren's never done weaving before, neither have I.
I'm sure I showed this in the haul.
I think you did show it in the haul, yeah. So
it looks a bit.
She's done. You've got thread, yarn all over the sides, but this is where you're up to.
And I am fully aware I've pulled it in a little bit, but it's my first time.
It's your first project, and we're giving it a go. But you've done different ones. So this one is just one,
and they're
one
11.
over, one under. So both of those are one over, one under, and then this one is these two. You're doing two over.
So these are 11 individually, and I think I'm going to do 11 rows of this, and then carry on with the red and orange. And I'm doing this for a mat for my dough bowl because mine's like rectangle, so it'll go that. Yeah. So there we go.
So it's good. It's quite nice actually. I've had a go of it. It's quite therapeutic. I mean, it's a learning curve, like we said. It's been pulled in, which basically just means it's being pulled a little bit too tight. But we are trying, aren't we? Like
So
or you are trying, or I'm trying to help.
It will end up going like really thin if we pull it.
So we're trying to like
pull it out,
keep it going. But
this is a kit from Amazon, and it gives you two of these things, and it gives you the orange and red already, but we just added in them because you used to do knitting, didn't you? And then it also comes with a comb, which you can just brush up. So nowhere near the level of what this shows. Gosh.
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
There's something in the bag.
Something in there fell. But there we go.
Yeah, so it's really nice. This is. It's quite. It is a therapeutic thing to do. You just sit in and out, in and out, in and out, and there's no thinking really involved in it. It's nice.
She's also really good, the woman on the lesson, because she shows you how to make one if you haven't got one already. It's out of like cardboard.
Yeah. So you can make one out of cardboard, but yeah, I'd already got that one, so that's why she says up to that one. So that's it. That's our. Sorry, excuse me.
That's our whips.
I do apologise. That's our starts and finishes.
And whips.
And our whips are works in progress. So yeah, not a huge amount worked on the last couple of weeks, but we have got quite a bit done on what we have worked on.
Plans first, or?
So yeah, we've got no haul.
No, not yet.
However, this is running into what Lauren said with plans. So, I have the Readly app, which is, I don't know if you can get it everywhere, but it's an app that I've got in the UK, and I pay, I think it's £9.99 a month, so £9.99 a month, and you get access to a load of magazine subscriptions.
Crazy.
Yeah, cross-stitch magazines, but also a load of other magazines, so any
crochet
and back ones as well. So they've even got the just cross-stitch, like Christmas and Halloween edition ornament ones on there. I'm just stretching over.
And also, I don't know if I said, but I wanted to do a sal. I had an intrusive thought, and I wanted to do a sal. Yeah,
we were looking for different stitch alongs to do. And I've seen this one on, because I think it's.
You're tired.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Cross Stitcher magazine. they do, every year they do like a monthly stitch along, and I've done one from there before, which I've showed, which I've got little pillows. I've got a picture of them.
With the
put it up.
The January one's got a deer, isn't it?
Yeah, they are tiny Modernist ones. I always wanted to say they were congdon ones from Stitchrovia, but they're not. They're tiny Modernist ones. If I've got a picture, I'll show you. But they are that I originally got as freebies from the magazine. So I saw this sal running as a calendar sal, and this is what January's one looks like. So this one is an Emma Congdon from Stitchrovia Designs, and which you can tell almost by the way that these have been done, because she's got some charts on, what are they called? Charts on her website, which I think were also freebies in one of the magazines a few years back.
Blocks of Summer, isn't it?
Colours, no, I think it's called Colours of Summer, Autumn, Winter, whatever, and then she's done Christmas ones as well. So this one is the January one. So you've got de-icer, hot chocolate books, and then the fireworks one. They have got the February one out
and we're
already.
Going to do this together, aren't we?
Which has got roses, love letters, and chocolate. So it's got a little bit of back stitching on, but again, nothing too stressful.
Yeah.
And then this is the last one they pulled out, which came out yesterday, I think, is the March one. So it's got bluebells, lambs, and ladybirds on. So if I can show you these ones without showing you the chart. So this one is the layout of it. So if I get up a little bit closer, so they've done it all as one.
So you can see what it is, basically.
So you can see, but we're probably going to do it.
I'm going to do it individually.
I might not, yeah. We're going to do it individually, but how we finish it, you might do it as pillows, might you?
Probably.
Whereas I'm thinking I've got pillows in monthlies.
So that's why I might do it.
So I might do mine as like stand-ups on magnets and interchange them off, something like that. So basically, I think the April one, I can't see it too well on here because I have to screenshot. My eyes aren't like they used to be. Age. But each one has basically got 3 different. You can either get them from the magazine anyway, so go and have a look on the magazine. But that's what we're going to do. So we're going to do that together. There's a little stitch along between us. Yeah. Well, a start along. Because who knows who's going to be doing it faster than the other one.
Probably you, just you.
Well, I don't know. It depends how much you like it. But that's what. So yeah, one a month they pull out. I'm so sorry. One a month they pull out.
One a month for
one thing a month in their magazines.
So we're already 3 months into the year.
Well, the magazines come out early anyway, aren't they? Like we're nearly into February, but they always come out a month earlier anyway, I think. So that's why. So technically these could all be done and dusted and ready. Well, they will be ready for next year anyway.
I do have more plans because...
Yeah, so if anybody is interested, I mean, I know a lot of people like the physical hard copies and the freebies and stuff that they get in the magazines, and that's good. I've got a load of old magazines from years and years ago with freebie charts in it. But this is just ideal because you can just screenshot whatever charts you want from the magazines and then print them off or keep them on your devices and work from there if you want. So yeah, that's the Readly app. Yep. So what are your other plans then, my love?
So this probably is going to go out the window very quickly, but my plan is to finish something and then start something. So basically it just kind of gets rid of, well, not get rid, but finish all the old projects that need finishing. Basically,
before
like
you
Penny's
get new
Potions.
ones.
Yeah. So that's my thoughts, and I've already finished 3 actually this year.
Yeah. So you had that, whereas I've got slightly different, similar ones, but my idea is because I'm never going to not want to start new things. Obviously, I've already started 2 new things. But my ideas are to finish 2 projects to restart or to start a new one. So therefore, in theory, this might not last very long, but in theory that will mean that it reduces my whip count down, but also I get new starts, which is a bonus because, like I said, I've got loads of projects here that I want to start. I'm forever saying I want to start this, I want to start this, I want to start this. So therefore, my incentive is to get going on some of my old projects, a bit like House of Christmas. I've got Christmas Donkey that's nearly done by Bothy Threads. The Mary Poppins one. I've got some smalls that literally would probably only take a couple of nights to get finished. So my incentive is to get them done. Every 2 finishes I have, I can have a new start.
And
so
talking about Bothy Threads, I do want to pick up my one at some point. I was going to do it monthly again, but I don't think I would enjoy it then.
So yeah, Lauren's got the nice one for our long-term video. So that's planned. Any more plans?
No, not really, because I probably won't even stick to them. Get easily
Probably
influenced.
not. Who knows? Yeah, I was thinking of doing Whip Go again this year because I did it a couple of years ago.
Yeah, that's what she said to me the other night and I thought,
Yeah, I did do it a couple of years ago and actually enjoyed it, but I think my goals were too much. Like my goals were stitch on a project for each letter number that was called, was stitch on it for 10 days at a time. So therefore I stitched 20 days on my 2 projects and left 10 or 11 days a month for other things. Are you tired? Are you? So therefore it didn't leave me a lot of progress, which also meant that I had to stitch pretty much every day to get those whip goes gone, which I did do because at the time I had a lot less projects. I probably only had about 10 or 11 at the time. So I was thinking maybe of doing it, but changing my goals. I've seen some people that have done things like stitch on a project that has animals in it, stitch on a project that
has
is
red in it.
Yeah, something like that. So it's not dictating to you almost what project you work on, but you have a choice. And also some people have done things that are not necessarily related. So maybe finished, so doing a fully finished object that has been hanging around in your finishing pile and stuff like that. So I was thinking of doing it. I've not got round to it. And as of today, the second lot of numbers have come out, so I'd already be behind. So that's not going to happen. I think I might just stick to my goals. Maybe try that for next year. So there's that. Also, another thing I want to touch on, there you go, is this. No, I'm touching on this board, so I'm going to hide you. This board, these have been going around for ages and ages and ages. But this board that we use to put our projects on, Tan, hi Tan, the monogamous cross stitcher, asked me about where we got these from. Where I got it from on the Etsy store, they're no longer doing them. However, I have seen today, so I'm going to have a go at it and let you know how I get on. But Laurie Holt, being my bonnet, she has a tutorial on YouTube how she makes hers, and I've seen this is exactly how this person has made it, because how I've looked at it, so you've got the diagonal stitches, don't know if you can see there, which is what she does there, the mount board, which ours is looking a bit rough, which is why I thought maybe we could make a new one, and the foam board on the back. It looks really simple, so I'm going to have a go at it. I don't know when I'm going to have a go at it, but I'm going to have a go at making another one, in which case me and Lauren would have one of our own then anyway. Yeah. And I'd also be able to change them out because they're a bit harder to get in the UK, and actually they're quite pricey. And if you were trying to get them from Laurie Holt's website, which is an American one, obviously you've got shipping and stuff to pay on them. So yeah, Tan, and anybody else that's interested and can make things, Laurie Holt, be in my bonnet, have a YouTube tutorial on how to do it. A few, I think, but yeah, just an informational note there.
Yeah, FYI.
Anything else?
No, life update now.
Yeah, I think that's
waffling.
it. So yeah, life update. We've not got a huge amount, I don't think, since the last time we've seen you. I've been off work the last week. Still off work. Last Friday I came home from work and started having niggling pains in my back, and it progressed and got worse and worse and worse, and I've actually got pains in the left hand middle section of my back, which runs all the way around the front into my ribs and across the front of my chest. So I've been off work because I was struggling to sleep, sit, breathe properly. Catching my breath was an absolute nightmare. So yesterday I went to the doctors just to check that I didn't have any infections or anything going on, and I don't. I have just, they believe, got a, I think it's called an intercostal muscle strain, which is probably from doing my job. Any long-termers know my job is a cleaner at a secondary school, so you can get this type of muscle strain from doing all sorts, but one of them is repetitive movements, which is what I'm doing, a lot of mopping and repetitive movements, hoovering, cleaning of work surfaces, because I do kitchens and, well, like food tech, so in the design and technology departments, so I do a lot of that daily. So yeah, it came out of nowhere and took me by surprise, and it has been one of the most painful things I've had in a long time. And I have a chronic joint condition, so I'm in daily pain anyway, but that has taken me, so I'm now on prescription medication and I'm off work for the rest of the week. So yeah, it is starting to ease, but I think that's probably the medication that's been kicking in, but we'll see how we go, because I really can't be doing with this. It's not fun, not pleasant. I spent the last weekend in bed trying to get comfortable, doing nothing, which is one of the reasons why 2 of the days I haven't stitched, because I couldn't even stitch. I was in that much pain, and it frustrates me, really frustrating me. So yeah, hopefully now I can get
I've also quit dance. I have.
Yeah, Lauren's decided that her interests have changed, and she used to do cheer dance. She's no longer interested in that. Her interests revolve around horse riding. So she was a bit upset we couldn't go yesterday. Yeah. Because I couldn't drive anywhere.
And they were doing like fun stuff like jumping.
They started doing jumping and things. Yeah. So yeah. I wasn't the best person in the world yesterday. No. But yeah. Do you know what I thought? That's about all our life update. Do you know what I thought before we left? Which I should have done this at the beginning, really. What? But for anybody that's still here, and for any new people that are still here, I thought maybe we'd do a little quick update of us, what we are, who we are. We haven't done this since we first started this, which is nearly a year ago. So in the next time we come to you, which I'm hoping is on the 6th.
We have got things coming.
It's our first year Flosstube anniversary. Although we could do that. Actually, we could do this then. Okay. At the beginning of the next video.
Let's do that.
We're going to keep that for next time, because it's our first year Flosstube anniversary. So we will come in and
introduce ourselves again.
Chat a little bit about ourselves at the beginning.
I feel like our first, basically.
Yeah, not as in-depth, but we'll chat a little bit about ourselves, where we're from, what we do, stuff like that. And we have got some giveaways.
Yeah.
So
charts on the way.
Yeah. So yeah, that is us. I think that's all. We hope you have had a good couple of weeks, a good start to the new year, and that you've got loads of stitching done. I've seen all these different stitch alongs going on. Sal's, people are doing different, like a bit like Whip Go, which I forgot to mention was actually is all of the details about Whip Go is on Jessie Marie Does Stuff's YouTube channel, her Flosstube channel. So go over there to find out more about Whip Go. And yeah, they've got loads of different things going on that I didn't know, different Facebook groups. They do things where you can do whips to the letters of months or letters of what people pull up. I don't know. But there's loads of stuff going on. But yeah, for me, I'm just stitching on what I want, when I want, and trying to get some of these projects finished so I can start some new ones.
Yeah.
So that's it.
Hopefully Red House will be done.
Yeah, that's my... Hopefully next time I'll come back to you, which will be nice because it'll be our 1 year anniversary.
Yeah.
I'll have that House of Christmas done for you to see. So we're going to get off here. It was only going to be a short video. And now I've got a frog in my throat as well. It was only going to be a short video, but we've got our usual 55 minutes.
Quite a lot.
It's okay.
It's fine.
Our people know we waffle.
Yeah, they enjoy our waffle.
Well, I don't know about that.
Well, I hope so.
I know we waffle. Okay, we're going to get going. Let you get on to some of the Flosstubers and whip parades, which are going around like no one's business. And we
found someone really funny.
We've seen some more Flosstubers. We've added some more people to our whip. And hopefully next time we'll come back with a list of Flosstubers again because we haven't done that for a while that we've watched.
Today,
no,
so
this is all off the cuff. So yeah, we'll come back with Flosstubers that we've watched and added since our whip parades. Yeah, a bit about us next time, and hopefully we won't be yawning as much. We do love doing this channel. We're not here because we're bored. We love doing this channel. No, she's not a morning person, and I've not been sleeping. So that is my excuse. Anyway, enough waffling. We'll see you next time. Happy stitching. Take care. Bye.